The rise of artificial intelligence has sparked a heated debate about the future of work. Will AI steal your job in 2025? With the rise of layoffs, many people are fearful that AI will make their job obsolete. But what if AI could actually amplify your skills, not replace them? Let's talk about how to use AI like a creative genius, intuitively, strategically, and soulfully, to protect and boost your career while staying rooted in your power. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone in the world, wherever you are in the world. Welcome back to Balance Muse, where we talk about creating wealth, gaining wisdom, and having a greater sense of well-being. Today, I wanted to talk about a really interesting subject that I've been looking into, and it's a Japanese concept called Ikigai. And Ikigai has to do with what gives you a sense of greater well-being. And I was thinking about that in light of the fact that there are so many jobs out there that are being threatened, or people feel that they're being threatened because of the growth of AI. It's true that there are a lot of jobs that are being taken over, or people are being laid off because there is such technological advancement that some of these jobs will become obsolete. However, I challenge you and encourage you to think about what makes you important as a human being, and then seeing how AI, which is not human, can add to your importance and your value as a human being, putting that together and then putting it out into the world to bring more value. So as you know, I usually go over every week what my little chat sessions with ChatGPT, the AI that I love to use the most. And it helps me to gather my thoughts together about what I'm thinking about the world, the issues and problems that I see going on, and possible solutions that can be used with AI to help solve those problems. So I'll go ahead and open up my notes, and then we'll just get started on what Chat and I came up with. So for the first part, I have part 1. The real shift is mindset, not machines. AI is lowering the cost of cognition, just like the internet lowered the cost of communication. But the tech isn't the real challenge. The real transformation is organizational and personal. 70% of the shift is about change management and a digital mindset. Many people resist new tech not because they can't learn, but because no one showed them how to do it intuitively. If you're already navigating life with intuition and resilience, you're already halfway there. AI isn't here to erase that. It can actually become your thinking partner. And as I've already said, the way that I do this channel, I have so many thoughts. I have a million different thoughts every day. And without AI to help me process them and write them in a way that's clear so that I can focus on communicating these ideas to you, I would have a lot more trouble, and I'd get a lot more stuck with going around in circles with what I'm thinking. So the idea had popped into my head as I was talking or going over with my notes back and forth with AI. Ikigai popped into my head. So I said, let me put this into my notes and blend it together so that it's part of the presentation that I wanted to talk to you about today. So Ikigai, the actual definition, is one's reason for being, which in principle is the convergence of one's personal passions, beliefs, values, and vocation. Those who follow the concept of Ikigai undertake the activities of their life with willingness and a satisfying sense of meaning. And if you can see by the graphic here, it's the little Venn diagram that has different circles, and at the top, it's what you love. Okay. Then you have what you are good at. You also have what you can be paid for and what the world needs. And all of these put together would be the Ikigai. So the thing that's in the center, that's the thing that grounds all of them, because you could do what you love, but if nobody's going to pay you for it, you're not going to be able to make any income. There's plenty of jobs out there or it's what the world needs or what your boss needs. But if you have absolutely no passion for it and you can do it, you're good at it, well then, hey, it's just a profession. But blending all these things together, which would be the ideal, or as many of these things that you can blend together as possible, that's where the sweet spot is. And AI is very good at certain things, but it doesn't necessarily have a passion for it. That's what humans bring to it. And it can also help bridge what you love and what you can be paid for. So that's where I see that AI can be very helpful in that. Okay, so part 2, your intuition plus Ikigai plus AI equals soul tech strategy. We're not just chasing careers, we're cultivating a calling rooted in what the Japanese called Ikigai, your reason for being. So as I had said earlier, because I have a lot of thoughts, I don't know, I've not been diagnosed with ADHD or ADD, but I know many people that have been, and they do have troubles honing in on their thoughts. They may take certain medications that help them to focus, or they may have certain practices, maybe a meditation, or maybe they go running, and that helps them to focus. But I find that AI has been very helpful for me to focus, especially since I have so many ideas and things will just pop in randomly. And I was like, oh, well, let me add this in too. But when I'm trying to convey any kind of information to the public or to my audience, I want to make sure that I remain on track. Okay, so the next part is your intuition plus Ikigai is irreplaceable you. Your intuition is your internal GPS, and your Ikigai is your destination. And AI, well, that's your rideshare driver. It's fast and it's convenient, but it still takes your direction. You are still the driver. You are still the world creator. You bring your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your passions. That AI cannot do that. So even though there's many fields that are being shaken up by AI, especially marketing, if you don't care about the audience or the customer having to, wanting to solve their problem, then you may become obsolete. It's going to be a thing where the human who has a passion, loves solving problems for people or for a group of people, and they use AI, they're gonna supersede anyone doing it without AI or AI doing it alone as an AI agent. So examples for the Balanced Muse audience. So if you love teaching and you're good with visuals, then think about using AI to launch an intuitive course or YouTube channel. This is exactly what I have done. Not that my job has become obsolete, but since 2020, it's been in some precarious situations. And so I was realizing that the tech is moving so fast that I won't be able to specialize in this tech. So I might as well focus on subject matter or problems that I am very passionate about solving, and combining that with AI to help me to see how I can help others and eventually be paid for that. But while I'm building my business, while I'm building my channel, while I'm building my content on YouTube, also using the time and the space to create another form of income while that's coming in. And I'm going to be talking about that in another video, but building both at the same time. The next example, if you're obsessed with wellness and skilled in coaching, use AI to brand yourself and create a marketing plan to reach more clients without burnout. For those of you who already have a side hustle, YouTube, social media is one of the best ways to get yourself out there almost in a free way, because you have organic search coming in from YouTube to market your business, to promote your business, to promote what you do. So trying to send out a million different things or make a million different videos or try to hit up every platform, because they all have different dimensions and different types of audiences, it could take a lot of time, but AI drastically cuts down on that time for you. If you are, say, passionate about culture, about travel, and maybe you're thinking about moving to another country, you could use AI to find global remote jobs in global locations that would be a benefit to you, and also that would be safe for you, where you might have a better quality of life. So it was just all this to say that AI can help you scale, but Ikigai helps you stay rooted. That's how you become irreplaceable in any industry, in any economy, during any timeline. Okay, part 3. 3 smart ways to use AI to protect and boost your career so you can build a personal brand with AI help. You can use tools like ChatGPT or Google's Gemini to create resumes, bios, blog content, or social media drafts. You can upscale yourself continuously and for many ways for free. So asking AI what's trending in your industry or what skills are rising. And here's a pro tip. You would prompt, what AI tools are using blank in this role? Or what AI tools are used in this particular role? And you can use that to stay ahead. And then the last thing, it was like you can become a prompt whisperer or vibe coder. So those are kind of along the same thing. They're slightly different. For a prompt whisperer or a prompt engineer, these are people that are not necessarily coders, as in they haven't learned web development or programming, but they are very good in weaving words together and constructing the words to get AI to give them what they want. So they have a certain process, they have a certain template. You can even use AI to help you create the template to give you what you want next time, so you don't have to keep typing it in every time. I would definitely say that I am not a coder or a vibe coder. I am definitely a prompt engineer, or I have been doing prompt engineering without knowing there was a term for it. So maybe because my background is in education and I was a teacher and I taught English, using the words to communicate with people who may not come from your same language, but to get your point across, I've used different ways to do that, either visually or with song or with gestures, with pictures, just doing different references and putting words in different ways so that they can understand me better and what I would like to see out of them. Okay, so part 4, day job dreaming with Google's Gemini Career Dreamer for AI practical magic. So Gemini has this, it's a part of their platform, their web app, and it's called Google Career Dreamer. And it's an interface that lets you explore future job paths based on your education, your interests, whatever professional experiences you've had, and also your skills. And it will, take its AI interface, and then it will give you suggestions, some regular suggestions that have always been like data analyst or online teacher or high school teacher or curriculum builder. But then it will also bring some more future focused career lines that you might not have thought of. So with my particular thing on Career Builder, it gave me some things that I already had done in my past. So I'd been an executive assistant, I have been a teacher, I have worked at a daycare, and it gave me those things. But it also gave AI suggested careers like UX researcher, which I had thought of, but I didn't think that AI would think that I was capable of doing that. Financial analyst. It had also brought in something called a content creator, which is what I'm doing now. So it may bring in jobs that you might not have thought that you would have been qualified for, but your skills, the actual skills that you've gathered in each job, can be used in different fields. You are not stuck just doing one particular thing just because that was your job title. We've moved into an age where you can take those skills with you, and combined with those passions, you can almost create a whole new field for yourself. So you can literally ask AI what's possible and get customized answers. So there's no gatekeepers. So the world is open to you as far as what you can do. The opportunity to be a content creator on YouTube was not available was not even an option when I was going into high school and in my early college years. It just wasn't there. But now it's as if, people here, no matter what your age, whether you're Gen Z, Gen X, millennial, boomer, everybody, you can have your own channel and you can promote something to the world. You can grow something that's just your own for yourself. So think of it as this Google Career Dreamer as your dream doula. You're birthing the next vision of your career. So for the last part of it, my key takeaways and actions: use your Ikigai and your intuition as your personal compass in a world full of noise. Number 2, build a career that reflects your gifts and protects your peace, because that is paramount. We are still about a greater sense of well-being. You can partner with AI, but never let it replace your uniqueness. And you're not here to just adapt. You are doing alignment. So alignment is the new hustle. You are building something that resonates with you. You're not just building someone else's dream. If you can think of it, or I encourage you to think of it as these layoffs, although they are scary, it brings an opportunity or creates some space where you can get into alignment. Now is the time to align with your deeper hopes, dreams, and passions, so that you can bring something of value to the world, what the world needs now, and the way that only you can do it. So that was what I wanted to talk about today. Please check out the Google Career Dreamer. And then also on my website, I have a little bit of a tweak on the Career Dreamer, and it's a business niche finder. So check out those 2 links. Check out my business finder links on the Balance Muse website, and I will talk to you soon. You guys have a wonderful day.